What is going on, guys? We are live, DS.
What's up, everybody?
Hey, back-to-back days live, bro. Look at us.
Back to big.
Back-to-back like make the big. You feel me?
Type shit.
And we finna see the boy in action this week. I should probably post this on Instagram, get some people in here if they're interested. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it going. Where are we at, though? Live on YouTube. How you feeling, brother?
I'm not feeling great. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I'm a little bit under the weather. I got a little bit of my throat's a little hoarse and got the sniffles a little bit, but fuck it, man. We do it for the people.
That's what I'm saying. By the way, a little bit of news that we got going on here. Venom dropping the Conor McGregor shorts out of nowhere. Secret.
Yeah, you sent me that earlier. I mean,
you know what that makes me think, right? That makes me think January is Conor McGregor, Michael Chandler, first fight on Paramount, like first paper.
Way. So you're telling me you think that announcement's coming like real soon then?
Yeah, it has to be, right? Think about it. We need a
You think that announcement's coming like this week, like in the next 7 days?
Yeah, because we need an announcement for January. We don't have a main event yet for January. We know it's LA, but we don't have a main event for it. It's going to be the first. I don't know if they're going to call them pay-per-views anymore, if they're going to call them premium live events.
Oh, that starts January 1st, right?
What is it?
That starts January 1st, right?
Yeah, exactly. So they're gonna need to call something. And I'm thinking Conor McGregor, Michael Chandler makes the most sense to me at that point. So
I'll still believe it when I see it, you know.
Right,
I'm still not gonna buy into that shit.
But Venom did release the shorts.
They did release the shorts, but like, fuck does that mean? They're trying to sell shorts, brother. Like they're trying to sell some shorts, you know. And I'm sure they're selling the fuck out of them, you know.
Maybe. And then anyway, so we got that. So maybe Conor McGregor, the potential return, which we should have probably put in the title. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Is Conor back?
Do that. And again, sorry, I'm gonna be sniffling and maybe coughing a little bit.
So we got that going on, DS. And then on top of it, we got UFC Qatar, right? That's going on. Got a lot of shit going on, brother. Got a lot of shit.
I mean, it's quite a. I mean, it's not a bad card through and through. Honestly, it's pretty damn good through and through.
Look, they always give these guys good cards, bro.
Yeah, I was just gonna get into that. Yep.
So, anyways, we got a whole big ass card to cover. We never have done this live, right? We've never done a full card breakdown live.
This is the first one.
First time. Drew in the chat. Shout out Drew says.
Shout out Drew in the chat.
Drew, you already know you're gang. But this is the first time we are doing a full card breakdown live with maybe viewers, depending on who comes in. If you guys are new to the channel, like and subscribe. Follow us on Instagram at D107MMA. If you have any questions, type shit. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them through the chat. You could talk about the card. You could talk about the MMA Joey versus MMA Guru beef. We could talk about the Conor McGregor potential return. Whatever it is you want to hear about, you let us know. We're going to go out.
Anybody that was, because the fucking live yesterday it was kind of cracking, right?
It was cracking.
So if you were in that live, hop on back in, bro. If you see us live again, and if you are back in, say what's up, man. You know, want to talk to you guys, especially if you're that guy whose fiance left him, because that
was wild.
That was insane, dude.
We're on here just trying to talk MMA. This guy comes in here saying his fiance left him. Like, that was really fucking depressing.
Yeah, hold on. And I see Jamal Witherspoon just drop some shit, and I do want to touch on that because we talked about this earlier. Because what's up, Conrad?
Conrad.
I just wanted to say though, back to that guy from yesterday. I hope he's doing all right. Number one, you know, I just want to know the thought process. All right, like, was he just like, is he an MMA fan? First of all, is he an MMA fan, or is he just a sad guy? Aren't we all at the end of the? But is he just a sad guy, like, who was just on YouTube and was like live randomly? This came up, or is he like is he subscribed? You know, like,
I don't know, bro, but
because he had to get that shit off his chest for real, like, clearly. And you know, shout out him. I hope he's all right.
Jamal Witherspoon in the chat. DS, did you hear Bilal say the thing he said about him training with young guys? It's like the Epstein files without the sex, referring to Nacho Bahamundes and the younger brother who's like 17. fucking insane, right? That's an insane thing to say in an insane country to say it in. Like, you're
Brother,
not in America.
in the most insane possible time to say it. Like,
Right, while this shit's going on, and you're fighting Ian Gary. I don't know how much that plays into it. He's got the whole fucking cuck thing that people talk about, like insane, wild timing from Bilal. Just wild motions from Bilal this whole fucking week. He's out of his mind. He's trying to be cool. You know what I'm saying?
he
Bilal's
is trying to
cool.
be cool. He's got the listen, I would wear fucking like I'll give him a pass for the sunglasses. Usually I'm like, you're corny as fuck.
Yeah.
But like I'll give him a pass for the sunglasses because he does have some fucked up weird eyes, and no disrespect, respectfully. But yeah, I would wear that shit too. But yeah, very fucking weird, very weird thing to say. Also, like, I say some weird shit and that's outlandish shit, right? But like, if I'm gonna say it, the payoff has to be worth it. That was not a good payoff.
Yeah, it didn't pay off very well. Like,
What
the
did you
punch,
get
it
out of
wasn't
it?
that punch.
Everybody, it punched about as hard as he does. So,
Wow. Yes, great comedy. Anyways, guys, drop questions in the chat, whatever the fuck you want to talk about. We're gonna go ahead and start covering this card. First fight of the
I'm down
night.
to just want to say, I'm down to, like, as we go through, chill out. Like, as we go through it, like, I'm down. We'll do a fight. We'll check out what the chat has to say if there is anybody in the chat. I'm not expecting much, but like and subscribe. Smart.
All right. So why don't you actually do this? Since we're doing a live, I felt like I had to fucking present. You do what you do.
Yeah. So we've got, first of all, very cool name, Bull Joe. We got Mark Buljo. He's a decent underdog versus Denzel Freeman. I believe these are two big boys. Yes, they are. Buljo is only 6 feet tall, I believe, right?
Yeah, he's kind of.
And Freeman's only like 6'1", 6'2", or some shit. No, I'm sorry. He's 6'4". I'm looking at the record. 6'4". Freeman 6'2", 260. These are two big ass boys, man. Yeah. Man, how do you see this going? I want to hear what you have to say, but I see a first round knockout in this one, and I think Freeman's the one that's going to get it, right? I think Buljo's going to try to play the long jab, maybe throw some low kicks. I could see him throwing a couple front kicks, things like that. For me, Freeman, I feel like at some point in the first round is going to be able to get inside. He's going to be able to close the distance. He's got more power between them, in my opinion. And I think if Buljo's backing up to the fence, we're going to see some good combination. I think we see him get dropped not super early in the first, but I do see a first round knockout. To me, Buljo is the more technical big man. I just think that Freeman's power is noticeably better, and I think we've seen it against better competition at this point, right? Yeah. I think he's going to be able to cut off the cage, and yeah, man, I see Freeman getting a first round knockout. I'm going to say like 3 minutes in, kind of thing.
Yeah. Look, DS, when it comes to these new guys at heavyweight, right? When it comes to these unproven new guys at heavyweight, there's not much to go off of, and it's because heavyweight's fucking dog shit. Even in the UFC, the heavyweight's not a good division unless you're at the tippy top of it. Mark Buljo, Denzel Freeman, the thing that I have to go off here is that Freeman is the much more athletic guy. He's just a more naturally gifted, bigger, stronger, more athletic dude. Looks like he throws harder. If Buljo were to win this fight, I assume it would be with the grappling. But again, there's not enough film on either one of these dudes really to make
and even if there is, bro, like the variance in the heavyweight division is just so fucking big, man. Like,
right. And this guy Buljo walks forward too much. He seems like he's too willing to be hit. Denzel Freeman, big, athletic, like you said. I think he's gonna be faster. He's gonna touch this kid up, and then once you touch him up, he's going down. It's heavyweight. So really, there's no surprise to me here. I probably wouldn't want to touch it from a betting perspective, just due to the fact that it's brand new heavyweights, and this is probably the most volatile division in all of MMA, especially with these unproven guys.
For sure. And I'm looking at the live odds on DraftKings right now. Denzel Freeman to win by knockout is only plus 100.
Yeah, and shout out Lethal in the chat, by the way. Lethal, you're the fucking man, bro. I appreciate you for coming on last week. Yeah. And I appreciate the love on Instagram, brother.
Hell yeah. I missed that, unfortunately, but nonetheless, shout out, bro. Yeah, I'm not betting this. I wanted to see what I would have thought Denzel Freeman by first round knockout would have been better odds. It's only plus 200. It's not worth it, man. Like, there's like, I do think that'll happen. Obviously, I just said it, but it's just from a betting perspective, it's just not worth it. Save your money.
Yeah, I agree. I'm good to move on. First round KO Freeman, but I don't want to touch the fight in terms of betting.
Let's move on.
Boom. Talk to me, DS. You're the
Oh,
host.
sorry. We got Nurullo Aliyev, 3-1 favorite basically versus Shamrock. Which,
Shout out Shamrock.
yeah.
You want me to take it?
Yeah.
Hey, brother, you're rusty.
I'm
I don't
sorry.
know, man. You're DS.
I apologize. I'm
You're
just so
rusty,
used
bro.
to
What? You're a little sick. A week away, and
fuck you,
what's
bro.
going on
I'm
here?
just fine. I'm just letting you fucking take it. I thought we're switching off like we usually do. All right, so I'm just going first every time.
No, you're not going first every time. You do the fight presenting. You've been here for 2 years, bro. You say the fight, and then we switch off. You know how the fuck
I'm sorry. I'm a little sick. All right.
You're not new to this.
Well, I know it's alive. It's different. All right. You know what? All right. Second fight of the night. We've got Nurullo Aliyev. He's taking on Shamrock. Dino Bam Bam. How do you see this one playing out?
Thank you. Great question, DS.
Fuck you,
Shamrock. Shout out Shamrock, by the way. He's one of Patty Pimblett's boys. He's new. Fast, wild, super goddamn scrambly, but he is a very reckless fighter, DS. Defensive grappling, not his strong suit. He is able to be wrestle fudged, as the kids like to say these days. But he's okay on his back. Like, he's okay. He can survive all right. Don't really love it. The problem with that is he's facing a guy named Nurullo Aliyev. And if you don't know MMA and you don't know that region of the world, all you got to know is that his name ends with a V, and he comes from that region of the world, and that should tell you exactly who Nurullo Aliyev is. He is a smothering wrestler. He's an absolute dog in the clinch. Once he gets top control, it's over. So we got a guy that's willing to be taken down versus a dude that is willing to take you down and stay heavy on top. This is Nurullo Aliyev all day by decision. I think Shamrock is smart enough and tough enough to survive. Classic Nurullo Aliyev grinding style fight. Control, takedown, control, takedown, control, takedown for 3 rounds.
So basically what everybody's been bitching about.
Yeah, essentially.
Recently. Yeah. Are you done?
Yeah, and then real quick, Jamal Witherspoon in the chat. Time to take out a second mortgage to bet Freeman by KO.
Hey, it's your money, brother. It's your money.
It's your own money.
I wouldn't.
Right, type shit. And then Lethal in the chat says Aliyev. I figured you'd go that way. I think, yeah, the odds are what they are for a reason. Dagestani wrestler, grappler, very pressure heavy, relentless with the wrestling, very, very good top control, great riding. Pause. Yeah.
Cardio, I don't know like how impressed I am by his cardio and his pace, like overall, but yeah, it's a low risk style, right? Like this is like literally what we were just talking about. This is what people have been complaining about, but it wins fucking fights. So Shamrock is the more fun fighter. He's a wild ass striker. He's a brawler, a scrambler. He puts on a chaotic pace. So somebody like that is always gonna be live, right? And he's extremely dangerous early on, especially with the big left hand. I don't see like he's had some like front chokes. I don't see that happening, right? In this kind of fight. Takedown defense, not great. Bottom, from what I've seen, not particularly great. This is a pretty straightforward matchup, man. How did you say it? What was it? By decision or by
decision?
Yeah. I'm leaning decision. I could see a submission, but I'm leaning decision as well.
Cool. So we're in agreement on that one as well. Jamal Witherspoon in the chat says, I already lost my house betting on Benny last week.
Okay. And you know what? If you listen, if you had, I don't know if you were at that point subscribed or not. If you were, I don't think you would have done that. And especially if you listen to my take on it, because I said that I think he's going to get fucked up quick. So
yeah,
I didn't think that fucking quick, but yeah.
Right. But what's fucked up, and this sounds like a little bit of cope. Obviously, I'm a Beneil Dariush fan. He looked great for 9 seconds.
Sure.
And then it was just like, you know, he got fucking caught. But yeah,
that's me in bed, by the way.
Type shit. You could tell from what happened last time out with Moicano that Beneil had kind of taken a step back. And then to see him in this fight,
Steps back,
the cannon. But look, you could tell that he had kind of fallen off a little bit. Age was starting to hit him. And then you saw, I was really happy to see the way he looked immediately in that fight. Charging forward, not scared. I was like, hell yeah, Beneil Dariush is back. I'm glad I was wrong, and then I wasn't wrong. And shout out BSD. But anyways.
I just want to say, I love BSD. I really, really like Beneil as well. And I know that's your boy, your countryman, or well, y'all. Well, we don't have to get into all that, but yeah, no, look, one underrated part of his game is the power, right? Like we've seen Beneil fucking sleep people at times. So I'm a fan, you know, it's just, I like BSD a lot. I'm happy to see him win, and it played out how I thought it would. So
yeah. And before we move on to the next one, yeah, Lethal saying he called Beneil too. I know, and I told you, Lethal, I wanted to, but I just couldn't, and that, it is what it is. It played out that way. Let's move on, DS.
All right, next fight on the card, we've got Ryan Loader. He is a plus 114 underdog to Ismail Nordiev. Do you think he's Australian?
Nar.
Right.
I don't think he's Australian.
You don't think so?
No, he's not. Lethal's Australian.
Type shit.
Hold
on. I lost my notes on this one. You want to take it real quick?
Sure. I mean, I can go first here. Ryan Loader.
I got it.
Okay, you go ahead.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I've got Nordiev by unanimous decision here. I think he's going to win rounds 2 and 3. I think Loader does have, a puncher's chance, right? In the first round. His height and reach, big advantages here. I think he's going to be trying to utilize that jab. I think he's going to try to crash in behind with some big right hands. I keep thinking to myself, like, is he going to use the clinch, right? Because you've got somebody who is a better grappler. Like, who do you think has a better clinch? Let me ask you that.
Ryan Loader.
Yeah, I think so too. I think so too. But it's like, so do you think he's going to try to utilize that? Because I think it's a good weapon of his.
I mean, to me, this is like a quintessential grappler versus striker fight.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, Nordiev's game is built around the explosiveness, countering. He's very good at the level changes. I've seen him take advantage of guys when they overcommit, which I really appreciate. I think he's got the higher fight IQ overall, man. So I'm going to take him by unanimous decision. I think we'll see him mix it up enough, right, with the striking and with the grappling. So Loader's a big ass boy though, bro. He's got a big fucking sturdy frame, right? Like if we're going off size, Loader, right? I think Nordiev also has better experience. So I'm going to side with experience here in this case.
Yeah. And shout out Ryan Loader. He's also someone who has promised us an interview at one point or another, DS. So we'll see if we get Ryan Loader on the show at some point.
Yeah, Jamal's killing me right now, by the way. I just
what happened?
Jamal Witherspoon is killing me, bro. Like,
yeah,
he said Loader is this week's betting. He's betting the house on Loader.
Fucked up. That's fucked up.
Is that after you bet the house on Freeman, or are you just doing both?
My boy has a lot of houses, bro.
Yeah,
you know
he's got this is a lake house type shit.
Vacation home. But look, Ryan Loader, obviously an American wrestler, man. We know the deal with Ryan Loader. He's very limited on the feet. His wrestling is very good. We saw that in The Ultimate Fighter. We saw it in the finale versus Robert Valentin. And that win looked so goddamn good. At that point, it's aged kind of poorly because Robert's looked like shit.
He's looked like ass.
Ismail Nordiev, not the best fighter in the UFC by any stretch of the imagination. I think Ryan Loader is just kind of in a weird place. He's going to go over there to Qatar. He's going to try to use a wrestling-heavy game plan. I doubt he finishes Ismail Nordiev, so this fight's probably going to decision. I'm not going to pick against the guy named Ismail Nordiev in Qatar. So
okay, I thought you were going Loader there.
No, I'm going Ismail Nordiev. I think this fight more than likely goes to decision, and if that's the case, he's going to win it. He also has more finishability in this fight.
So do you think that he's not going to be able to take Nordiev down?
No, he might be able to take him down once or twice, but they'll get a stand-up.
There won't be a lot of top control.
Right, exactly. And I think Nordiev might get... Like, if there's a finish in this fight, I think it's Nordiev. We're wasting too much time on it, DS. Ismail Nordiev is not a great fighter. Neither is Ryan Loader.
Sure.
And stylistically,
stylistically,
I think this fight goes to decision, so it's going to go to the Muslim guy.
Type shit.
Yeah.
All right, next fight on the card.
We got Beksat Almakhan
versus
your boy Alexander Topuria.
Type shit. How do you see this one going?
Yeah, man. Look, I think it's hard to pick against the Topuria name at this point, right?
Obviously, I was not high on him, bro. I was not particularly high on him coming in. I will be honest.
I mean, let's talk about the fight that he had against Colby Thickness, right? Alexander Topuria obviously came in with a ton of hype around his name due to the fact that his brother is the champion, a 2-division champion, knocking out all these legends. So people were excited for this guy to come into the UFC. They also paired him up against Colby Thickness, who is a Volkanovski protege, right? Like a guy that Volkanovski was bringing into the league. So it was kind of like Topuria Volkanovski too. They were both in the corners. It was a cool thing to see. Colby Thickness, man, a solid fighter, and he gave Alexander Topuria a fight, man. He caught him in a couple instances, and Alexander Topuria didn't live up to the hype that maybe a lot of people thought that, it's hard to basically live up to that name. It's very difficult for him, but he's a nasty striker, man. He strikes stylistically very like his brother. They look very similar in their movements, in their fight style, and I love that about Alexander Topuria. He's taking on Beksat Almakhan, who is a very high volume, high speed, mobile striker, good conditioning, fast hands, just kind of like a quick bodied dude. Works well with the combos, and he scrambles very goddamn well when he takes down when he's taken down. So this is two well-rounded guys that have backgrounds in grappling and in striking. The thing with it, DS, though, is we know that the UFC, and this is a weird situation, right? In Qatar, you would assume that all the fights are going to go their way, where the fans will be happy. Generally speaking, that's how the judges.
Yeah, but I think the name value outweighs it here.
And that's what it is, right? So a guy like Alexander Topuria has to live up to his brother's name. They need him to win for the sake of his brother. I think he wins this fight anyways, but it's going to decision again. I'm picking Alexander Topuria. I think it'll be closer than people expect, and it'll actually be a pretty goddamn fun fight. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it'll be fairly close too, and I think it'll be a decent fight as well. Again, I was not like super high on Alexander Topuria, you know. Both these guys are pretty good, man, right? Almakhan coming off like a fucking minute knockout of Brad Katona, first guy to ever stop Brad Katona. He's very explosive. Topuria is more measured, right? Like smart combinations. I just think I don't know how. Do you think Topuria is gonna be willing to wrestle?
Yeah.
I
mean, that's a thing that a lot of people forget about Ilya specifically, but his brothers in kind of the same vein, right? They came up as grapplers, man. That's their first sport. Their first sport, I believe, was jiu-jitsu and Greco-Roman. Yeah. So,
look, I think for me, if this is a clean fight, right, and it's technical and kind of structured, and if you want to call it that, I think Topuria is going to win, right?
Yeah.
If there's more chaos, I think Ulanbekov will be able to capitalize on that. So, oh fuck, man, this is a tough one, dude. For me, this is actually like a legitimately tough one. But I'm gonna pick Almakhan here. I think he's gonna win by unanimous decision. I'm gonna take Topuria. I'm gonna take Topuria, bro. I keep going back and forth on it, man. This is just a really tough one for me.
Switching back and forth. I feel that. Yeah. I mean, it's a very close fight, man. I think it's great
matchmaking. I'm gonna go Topuria.
Boom. I love that. And then Max in the chat says, any underdog predictions for the upcoming fight? I'm sure there's going to be some come, DS, I don't know how many you got or if you have any. Yeah, but potentially, brother. You got to stay tuned.
Type shit.
And then Lethal says, yes, it was. I don't know what you're referring to, Lethal, but I agree with you. That I agree with you. So, yeah, we're both going Topuria here. So far, we agree on all the fights. And then they're asking about underdogs, and then if you look at the odds on this one, I fucking doubt there's an underdog, DS.
Oh, you think? Oh, this is fucking insane, dude. And I didn't know that this fight was next. I'm all discombobulated here. Yeah, there's really not a whole lot to say here, right? Like, look at the fucking odds. I was looking at it's 90% implied win probability, right? So I think Yakhyayev is going to crowd this guy early, singles, but I think he's just going to take him down quickly and sub him. I'm going to give him I think he'll survive the first round, right? I do. What are you picking him in the first round?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I figured you would. I'm going to give him he's going to survive the first round, but debuting veteran on a skid kind of thing. Yeah. Yahyayev's game is built to just beat this kind of guy, right? I think it's he's built to win decisions, but I think the grappling / wrestling difference is so vast. I see a second round submission here.
Sure, and I get that. And obviously, this fight, if you look at the odds, anytime you see odds this wide, it's the UFC hand picking a matchup that they want for,
especially when you're in this part of the world,
right? So you'll see, you rarely see minus 1,000. We're seeing minus 1450 here. And I knew, Lethal, I swear to God, I knew you were going to say this in the chat, so I'm going to pull it up. He goes, I put $10 on the other guy for shits and giggles. The odds are crazy. And that's exactly what I was going to get at. If you are
there's no harm in that.
Yeah, if you are betting this fight, if you're looking at it from a betting perspective, there's absolutely no value in Yakhyayev. Rafael Cerqueira is a very chinny guy. He's on a skid. He probably doesn't deserve to be in the UFC anymore, but what does he have? Power. So he could land one shot. Ultimately, I think that's a possibility. I don't think that's what happens. So I am going Yakhyayev. First round KO. I think he just closes the distance and puts hands on this guy. But if you are betting on that side, on the Yakhyayev side, you're either out of your fucking mind or you're a complete degenerate. Degenerate.
Well, for sure. I also think that like we just
what's going on over here? How's your Russian, DS?
I don't, man. I cannot read Cyrillic well. I'll be honest with you. So
yeah, so we're on the same side here. No dog here, but I do agree you got a sprinkle on this one, just in case, because it's a guy making his debut. You never know with these dudes.
Yep. No, exactly, and that's what I was trying to get at too. Not as eloquently as you put it. But we just saw Malcolm Wellmaker, and look, I think people were just sleeping on Ethan Ewing too hard. Like, he's a champion, right? Like,
yeah,
I don't know. Like, I think people were like, the odds were maybe a little bit too crazy, but like, I think it was just more the hype of Wellmaker, right? So I just want to say, like, look at what happened there, and I know these are way bigger odds, but it's certainly possible,
right? So don't fuck with it.
Let's move on.
Boom.
Next fight, we've got Alex Perez. He is taking on Asu Almabayev. How do you see this one going?
Yeah, man. I wish this fight, DS, was a year or two ago, right?
I knew you would say that.
Yeah, because you get a more competitive fight, right? Alex Perez, obviously a veteran, man. He's always been pretty goddamn fast. Great, clean boxing combinations from this guy. Strong calf kicks, underrated wrestling. He's always been a very well-rounded, high-level fighter for this division, but he has been a bit inconsistent and hittable, and as of late, age seems to be catching up to him. He's taken on a guy in Asu Almabayev who is a technician, strong grappling fundamentals, good top control, a very good fight IQ, underrated fight IQ. He does not waste energy. He doesn't make too many mistakes in his techniques, and he stays disciplined, DS. So this fight I can see, again, being scrappier than a lot of people think it is, but ultimately, I have to go with Asu Almabayev, just the younger, especially younger in the game guy, versus a veteran that we've kind of seen falling off. So give me Asu Almabayev by decision. I think Perez has his moments early, but eventually the control and the pace of Asu Almabayev catch up to him, and he gets himself another decision win.
Yeah. I don't have a whole lot to add to that, to be honest with you, man. God, Alex Perez is so good, though, dude. Like, he's just
awesome.
Like, one of the more underrated fighters, I feel like, in the entire promotion, like at his prime, right? Like, so look, I think he's going to target the legs and body early, right? I think he's going to be able to land some of those. I just think ultimately, like, the pace of Almabayev, the chain wrestling, and now, obviously younger guy. I just think it's, Perez's explosiveness is going to dwindle. And Almabayev's style is built to last, right? Like, again, this is a common theme that we're seeing with these types of fighters. So for me, yeah, same thing, man. Give me Almabayev by unanimous decision. I could see a late sub. I just think he's going to play it too safe to, like, really get a finish. Yeah. I do want to check the odds on I think there's some value there. Over 2.5 is minus 200.
Okay. See, it's funnier. It's funny you're saying that because Lethal in the chat is saying Asu by finish. Alex is at the end of his rope, and he might be. He might. Times
like when you're at this stage, every next fight could be. So you're 100% right, dude. Fucking Almabayev by decision is plus 110. I don't know. I kind of like that. I kind of do like that.
And then Jamal Witherspoon.
I get what Lethal's saying though.
Jamal Witherspoon in the chat. I got you with the ultimate lose your money DGen parlay. He's going Shamil the Blob, Rafael Cerquera, and Ryan Loader. 3-leg parleezy if you're trying to lose your bread. How do you feel about that?
Gaziev, Rafael Loader. I mean, I like the Gaziev part of it.
And we're gonna get there. We'll get there soon, and I'll just ruin that for you right here, DS. I don't like the Gaziev part of it, but we move on to the next fight of the night. And why don't you let the people know who's fighting, dog?
Oh, well, your boy Shagid Isakhmaev, and he's taking on Nicholas Dalby. I love me some Nicholas.
An actual Dalby. Your boy, by the way.
Like actually,
yeah. That's your guy right there. You love you some Nicholas Dalby.
I really do, dude. And like, how about this? Like, it has usually served me well. Like he has not often let me down, right? But you know, he's taking on a guy named Saeed at this point. So
Hey, real quick, Lethal in the chat says he's got a parlay from every fighter of that region to win. And Lethal, I'm going to tell you something a friend of mine told me a couple years back. Anytime you see any sort of Dagestani fighters or Chechen fighters on a card, whether there's 1, 2, 3, 4 of them, he's like, I parlay them every time. And about 90% of the time, I smack my parlay. So it's not a bad bet. And then I don't remember what not regional show, but it was a UFC card in a particular part of the world not too long ago. I don't remember if it was England or if it was the Paris card where every fighter from that country won. They went like 8-0. So that's something to think about. But yeah, go ahead, Diaz. Break down this fight.
Yeah, look, man. Dalby is like the durable veteran, right? He's never been knocked out. He's never been submitted.
Well, until last time.
Well, until last time, yeah.
Right.
That's true. But like it's fine. Other than that, but like he's fucking old, bro. Like he looks young, but like he's what? He is. Fuck, dude. How old is Dalby? He's like what? 38, 37.
Yeah.
Like he's fucking old, man. So which I'm fucking 35. I hate that I'm saying that, but still like very good cardio, relentless pressure, really good. I love his dirty boxing. I love his clinch work. That's like the first thing I fell in love with Nicholas Dalby. And what? Yeah, that's my boy. You think he's like, don't you think he's underrated? Right? Like, he's got good mentality. He's got it all. Like,
yeah,
I don't know. To me, like, he's got a few weaknesses. Right? He kind of tends to start slow a little bit. Takedown defense isn't like amazing. So, yeah, I mean, again, this is like a well-rounded fighter who excels in the striking more than anything, in my opinion, and like pace. And he's taking on another dominant wrestler, grappler, right? Like. The chain wrestling, the back control, the smothering top pressure. Notice again, this is a fucking trend on this entire card. So my only question with Saeed is Khmaev is how's the cardio, right? Because I know Dalby has very good cardio. So I could see a world where like he starts to gas out a little bit, but you know, is Khabib going to be in his corner? Yeah, right.
I'm not sure.
I'm sure he will be.
I haven't talked to Khabib this week.
Okay, fuck off.
Yeah.
The striking is fine. It's serviceable. I just think we're going to see a boring fight, dude, unfortunately, which is crazy. Like, how do you even get Nicholas Dalby into a boring fight? I will tell you this. I think this is going to be really fucking close. I think Dalby is going to put some hands on him, and he's so fucking hard to hold down. But again, kind of like the Alex Perez thing, is he a little bit too old at this point? Because especially for like this kind of fighter who excels in pace and you know, is explosive, like, we'll see, man. What do you think?
Yeah. Shout out Lethal again in the chat, and I appreciate you being active, bro. Poor Dalby. I think it's not happening. Great fighter. This fight not going to be good for him. Here's the thing, though, and it's such like the world is so weird, DS, and how things play out, right? This last week, you know, since the Islam Makhachev JDM fight, the Valentina Shevchenko and Wei Li fight, and then yesterday what happened with Guru and Joey, like there's been a lot of talk about fights being boring, like grappling fights being boring in MMA.
And you said this yesterday is like we've got this card coming up right after.
And of course, like as the way timing works, we're gonna end up here, and we got this new guy making his debut in the UFC in Saeed, right? And this guy is the most like you think Dagestani wrestler.
Yeah,
this is the fucking guy. Like he doesn't do shit else but that. He is going to wrestle fuck you. So we got this guy making his debut against Nicholas Dalby. Like you said, a very exciting fighter.
You know what's crazy? Like he's got kind of like brown hair though.
Right. He's, you know, there is that. That's in there sometimes. Sometimes you see like a gingery one. You know what I mean? There's like a few archetypes of these Dagestani fighters, and he is the prototypical Dagestani wrestler, except with brown hair. He's going to win this fight 3 rounds to nothing, 30-27. Jamal Witherspoon, Dalby going to get done like Benny, RIP, the old heads. And it's fucked up, Jamal, and I'll tell you why, because this year was shaping up to be the year of the Unk. That's what it was looking like. Beneil got a win early in the year. Kamaru Usman beat Buckley. You know, Volk got his belt back. It was looking like the year of the Unk. And then You know, poor Benny. Poor Benny had to get done up last week. Yeah, this fight's going to be boring.
Well, he
as
did
fuck.
also fucking. It's his own fault. And it's like he did not good for 9 seconds, like you said, and then he started just swinging. Like, chill out, bro. This guy's fucking special forces and shit.
It'd be like that. It'd be like that.
It do sometimes be like that.
All right, but by the way, again, one thing to note: Sayegid making his debut in the UFC, coming from one championship. We've been seeing that trend a lot as of late too, where these guys that are high ranked in these other leagues come over and they don't perform quite as well. His last fight for this guy Sayegid was against a 43-year-old
47-10 fighter,
Shinya Aoki.
I know, dude. A legend.
So it's like, I don't know.
47 and 10 is a crazy ass fucking record, dude.
Yeah.
Also, this guy really hates Chinese and Japanese dudes.
Yeah, that's all he fights at one. But let's move on. Let's move on to the next fight.
You said it's getting racial. We've got Luke Riley. He is taking on Bogdan Grad.
Love that name.
And is it me now?
Sure.
No. Okay. Well, you're gonna have to give me a second because again, my notes are all discombobulated.
It's all good. While DS is looking for his notes, guys, if you haven't,
I found them.
Hit the like and subscribe button. Ring the little fucking bell. Follow us on Instagram at D107MMA. We're trying to get to 2,000 subs on YouTube. Help your boys out.
Type shit. Yeah, I got Riley by decision here. Not like a huge Bogdan Grad guy myself. I think he's pretty well rounded. He's got good fundamentals. He's got some nice body kicks. I think he can mix in the wrestling and the clinch work. Riley, more like a high volume boxer. Love the jab. He's walking people down. He throws good combos, chains those up. I think Grad is going to try to pressure early with feints, right? And then try to do some level changes. For me, I think Riley is going to be able to land that jab. I think ultimately he's just going to kind of piece him up. I think Grad is more balanced, sure. I just think that Riley is just going to be able to land more shots, and ultimately it's going to be a pretty high-paced fight, but I see Riley winning by unanimous decision.
Yeah. And hear me out, DS. Bogdan Grad, to me personally, is one of the toughest fighters to get a read on, man. I haven't been able to figure this guy out. I don't know if I really like him or I dislike him. I don't know if I like his game or I don't like his game. He comes in and sometimes fights amazing, sometimes fights terrible. The Contender Series fight was weird. Bogdan Grad is a super, super weird fighter for me to break down. I just don't get it. And there's not very many of those.
That basically, by the way.
What is it?
Lethal pretty much just said that.
Shout out Lethal, man. Me and Lethal were on the same wavelength. Like, he's a tough read for me, man. I think he could totally beat Luke Riley, but Luke Riley comes in with, a lot of fanfare. He's a Paddy Pimblett guy. So there is, there is that behind him. He's got great fast combos. He's got a killer instinct. He pushes a pace. So I just assume in a guy in Bogdan Grad, I've seen him break before, and I'm assuming Luke Riley's going to break him. I'm going Luke Riley round 2 TKO, just volume that's going to break Bogdan Grad down. And then real quick, I want to touch on these comments. Max is saying any legacy fights. Max, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, brother. You got to elaborate. Are you saying, are there any on this card? Are there any we see moving forward? I don't know. And then we got
like when you're talking legacy, the only people you're going to talk legacy about is like champions, basically, or like people at the top of the sport. So I don't think anybody here on this card, if you're talking about this card, brother, I don't think there's anybody here deserving to even be mentioned with a legacy. Gary, Muhammad, like, I
mean, it's the top 4 guys because
no, I get it, but like none of these guys have done anything to the point where it's like, oh, we're talking legacy. For me, legacy is a conversation you start having once you are like a champion who's defended his belt a few times.
Boom. And Mochilla in the chat says Bogdan Grad said in an interview that he's starting fast this next fight. Fight not to go the distance is a good bet in his opinion. I agree. I mean, I see this fight definitely not going the distance. I did pick Riley by TKO. Grad can definitely catch Luke Riley as well. And then he puts a little money mouth.
I will say the odds are fucking like, they're a little,
Yeah, I don't love this card for betting. To be honest with you.
I really don't either, honestly. They're like the ones that I thought would be worth something. I think it was only one that I've said so far. And it was like, I'm not even that feeling strongly about it. So,
hey, Jamal Witherspoon makes a great point.
Yeah.
That's a great point. Shout out Denzel Freeman. Should that be our guy?
You love Denzel Freeman, dude.
Should that be our new guy, Denzel Freeman?
Are we following him on Instagram? Follow him right now.
No, I'm
dude,
gonna
if
follow
we're
him.
not.
I'm gonna like call him on Instagram, see if he'll pick up. Just join the
Okay,
fucking
and
show
then
for no reason.
Lethal said Gary has a self-proclaimed legacy.
I like
Yeah,
Ian Gary, but we're gonna get there.
we talked about him last night too, and we'll get to it. But yeah, I mean,
Hey, and if you guys want underdogs, I'm gonna spoil a little bit. I'm going the dog on this next fight, DS.
I know you are. We talked about this a little bit, but I know you are. So go ahead, elaborate.
Shout out Kyoji Horiguchi. And I don't know if Drew is still in the chat. He was in here earlier. That is our guy. Me and Drew bonded over Kyoji Horiguchi many, many moons ago. Okay.
Many
So
moons.
shout out Kyoji. Look, man, he's back. Kyoji Horiguchi, make no mistake about it, was not a guy that was cut from the UFC. Had a very, very successful record in the UFC. Decided to chase the bag at ONE FC, I believe, or Ryzen. I don't recall. He went to one of the Asian promotions. I think it was Ryzen because they gave him the opportunity to fight in Japan more because his coach, like his striking coach, was sick and he wanted to go fight.
No, he was Bellator versus Ryzen. Bellator versus Ryzen.
Well, regardless, he ended up signing. I think he signed to Ryzen, then went to Bellator.
Yeah, no,
regardless,
he did.
He had the opportunity to go fight in Japan in front of his lifelong striking coach who was sick. And he was like, I have to go do that often while the guy's alive. So that's a badass story from Kyoji Horiguchi. Of course, went on to win a title in Bellator, lost it by a brutal spinning elbow knockout. But yeah, Kyoji Horiguchi's that fucking guy, man. Main training partner of Alexander Pantoja for years and years. So he's used to high-level guys. He's taken on Team Khabib's Tagir Ulanbekov, classic Dagestani kind of fighter, right? Sharp grappling, sticky top control, smooth chain wrestling. On the feet, he's clean, but he's not very dangerous, DS. He's more of like a rangy, kind of manage the distance type of guy on the feet and wants to get to the grappling and wants to be sticky. Kyoji Horiguchi has seen every goddamn thing that anyone at 125, 135 has to offer in this game. He fucking trains daily with Pantoja, man. So I think Kyoji Horiguchi comes back, a y'all must have forgot kind of thing. A guy that I think he was like 8-2 in the UFC, something like that. Y'all must have forgot Kyoji Horiguchi by decision. I think he's too good for Tagir Ulanbekov.
I would like to see it. God, my throat hurts, bro. Yeah, I would like to see it, dude. I would really like to see that. I just think this is going to be another one of those fights that I've just been describing and breaking down the entire fucking time.
It's not going to happen.
I just think it will. I really do, man. Obviously Horiguchi has the prettier striking. He's got good power. Like he's got very good technical striking. I just think again, like where are we in this part of the world? I just you think he's gonna knock him out?
No, I said decision, but Kyoji's live for anything.
I know he's live for anything, but bro, I don't know. I feel like Ulanbekov at least is gonna be able to keep it close enough where he's gonna get a decision in this part of the world. So
right, which is what Jamal Witherspoon, who also shout out Jamal Witherspoon in the chat, is saying. I think Kyoji makes it not close. I think he makes literally makes it an unstealable decision. He wins this fight.
All but a finish. Like he's putting fucking hands.
He is fucking to gear up in this one.
That's crazy.
I'm fairly confident in it. And then
I hope you're right, bro. I hope you're right. To me, this is just classic striker versus wrestler.
Brother, he trains with Pantoja for years.
I know, but Pantoja's wrestling isn't like fucking that great.
But he's a jiu-jitsu monster.
Oh, he's like the jiu-jitsu guy.
You know what I'm saying?
Kyoji's
also that
how often
fucking
do you
guy.
see these fucking wrestlers from this part from the Caucasus get subbed? Like,
no, it's not about getting subbed. It's
I know.
I'm
just saying, like, what is working with Pantoja gonna do? Like, I don't know.
Brother, like, here's what I'm gonna tell you. Tim Elliott beat this guy by being a fucking dog. If you don't think
that's true. That's
Kyoji
true.
Horiguchi is out dogging him, there's that. So shout out Tim Elliott, by the way, friend of the
I hope you're
channel.
right. I just want to reiterate that. I really hope you're right.
Jamal Witherspoon says, I was thinking of going Kyoji, but if this goes decision, the judges aren't giving him the nod. I get what you're saying. I disagree, though. I think it'll be an ass whooping. Klaus Metzner.
Well, I just want to say, if you feel that strongly about it, by the way, Kyoji Horiguchi by decision plus 240. Damn it, those should be better odds, bro.
Yeah, I like Kyoji on the money line. Klaus Metzner says Hermanson's my big locked dog, brother. In advance all day by sub at plus 1200. We're getting close to that fight, right, DS? We're going to talk about that in a couple.
Yeah, we are. And spoiler alert, I do like fucking Hermanson too.
And then Mochila says Grod versus Kyle, fight not to go the distance, oral by plus Asu is an absolute lock of a Parleezy. We'll see. Put your money where your mouth is, gang. You ready to go to the next fight, DS?
Let's do it.
There it is.
And then, of course, there it is. The next fight is Jack Hermansson versus Mick the Big. What's your little rap that you do for him?
No, I'm not doing it right now.
You're not doing it. Okay.
Yeah.
How do you see this one playing out?
Yeah, I think I'm going against you guys, right? So Mikdebek oral by Jack Hermansson, another fight, and you love when I fucking say this. I wish this was a year or two ago.
Yeah.
Because what happened last time to Jack Hermansson was a fucking tragedy.
He is fucking old too. Is he 40?
RoboCop DS slump him the way that he did, and then that super necessary follow-up shot. I fucking hated that. I hated that.
I hated that too. I hated that.
No reason for it. Shitty fucking move by RoboCop. Jack Hermansson, a nasty, nasty grappler. And again, you assume this fight with Oralbai is going to take place in the grappling. The only issue I see with that for Jack Hermansson is that Mikdebek Oralbai is a fucking massive dude, bro. I know he's up in weight, and Jack Hermansson has that advantage. But regardless of the fact, man, Mikdebek Oralbai is minus 245 for a reason. He's younger. He's really powerful. He's big as shit. Of course, we'll be rooting for Jack Hermansson, who, by the way, has spent years training with Khamzat Chimaev, right? He's grappled with Khamzat Chimaev for a long time, and it is what it is. So, you know, he does have that. In a grappling fight, I could see Jack Hermansson winning. So I get where you guys are coming from now, the more I think about it. But Mikdebek Oralbai has to be the pick here. I think he chins Jack Hermansson. Give me Oralbai round 2 TKO.
Yeah, I totally get that. And again, the odds kind of tell the same story here. Hermansson dropping to 170. When's the last time he fought at 170?
You tell me.
I don't know.
Yeah,
but
I don't know.
He's got 3 inches of reach. I expect him to be like the bigger guy here, honestly. And I don't know. To me,
He is the bigger guy.
Yeah, like I know, but like I feel like visually he fights kind of like hunched over, right? I just feel like visually he's gonna be the bigger guy too. So I don't know, man. I feel like when I
mean, DS, real quick. I'm sorry to cut you off, right? One thing we do need to consider: it's a 55er going up and an 85er coming down.
Yeah.
So there's a 2 weight class difference, but Mikdebek Oralbai was never really a 55er.
No, and I was actually, that's part of my notes. I was going to touch on that, but yeah, I mean, exactly that. I think the size difference though will be decently pronounced, and I do think that like people think of Jack Hermansson like, oh, like grappling or whatever, wrestling and all this shit. Like he's a decently high output striker, dude. And like what I was trying to get at is like for me, when it comes to like when I think of a wily ass veteran who like, okay, you know when you play pickup basketball and you're like a fucking teenager, you're like 18, 19 or like early 20s, whatever, and you go play at the Y or wherever the fuck, and you got the old heads who are just like physical as fuck with you and like bother the shit out of you, and you're like, bro, chill out. Like to me, that's like what Jack Hermansson is. Like he has figured out the mental side of it and how to bother the fuck out of you, right? So this is my underdog pick. Like this is my like the underdog pick on this one. Yeah. I think we're gonna see him use the jab. I think we're gonna see him throw more volume. I think Oralbai is really good, dude. I just, in a weird fucking way, I think it's just a bad matchup for him. Now, maybe Hermansson's just straight up done. He obviously took a lot of damage last fight. We'll see, man. I just think he'll have the better moments on the feet. And I think even if Oralbai does win, I don't see like a domination. Do you?
No, this is a tough fight to call, man. I just think Oralbai is too young in the game. I know we saw him, basically get his ass beat by Mateusz Rebecki, and Jack Hermansson's way fucking bigger. So it's a tough fight to call, man. I could see it.
Thank you for at least saying that. Yeah, because I mean,
I could see it playing out a plethora. I don't think, the fact that
the odds are also swaying me a little bit. I just want to say that because plus 200, I don't know.
The fact that you're so confident and we have Lethal so confident in the chat is making me a little uncomfortable with this one. DS, we got a lot of comments. Let's touch up on these comments real quick. Boom. Let me see. 1 second. All right, Jamal Witherspoon. No, the call being by decision in Qatar is crazy. Jamal Witherspoon again. Hermansson at 170 is the new mythical fighter. Then he wants me to spit the Oralbai bars. Maybe later. Maybe another time.
You gotta do it. You gotta do it, bro.
Go back. Go watch our anytime Mikdebek Oralbai has fought.
Yeah,
it's on those videos.
He does usually do it.
And then Lethal's back here, and he says, crazy odds against Jack. Oralbai going up in weight is the problem, or is a problem. Best prop is the fight to end by sub at plus 400. I like that. We got E46, Triple G, RoboCop sent Hermanson to the 7th
He
layer
did.
of hair.
He did. And also bring up his other comment.
We will. RoboCop is not oral by, says Lethal. Then he says Hermanson, a great parlay piece. I feel you, Lethal. I might sprinkle on it. And then I knew you'd want to touch on this, Diaz, because yesterday we talked a lot about the Guru Joey shit. And I'm assuming Triple G, I'm going to call you that. I'm assuming you came from Joey's community. I'm in that chat all the time, but Diaz, if you want to touch on this.
No, I just want to say, like, again, I said this a lot yesterday. Literally half my family is Muslim. I'm Bosnian, right? So, like, I'm not sitting here like just shitting on. Just want to reiterate that I'm not shitting on these fighters for no reason, right? So, I think that we have seen enough instances of, and I don't think it's like fucking like they're not gonna like, oh, you got dominated, you'll get it, right? Like, I don't think it's like that crazy. I do think that there is, like, if we're mapping it, right, if we're fucking graphing it out, I think you'll see a little bit of a trend.
Sure. And then Mochilla in the chat. People forgot the oral by choo-choo train. They'll be reminded this weekend. Everyone's hopping back on the train. And then
I was gonna say I could absolutely see that. Despite me like picking Hermanson and I like Hermanson, I think he's gonna win. I want him to win. I could absolutely see that.
And we're not seeing a bunch of those oral by memes like the caveman fucking Geico memes anymore.
You know what? It's been weirdly quiet for an oral by fight week, dude.
I'm saying I think it's just a hangover from what happened last Saturday. And Lethal again says the odds are fucking crazy. This is a banger fight. I'm excited for this one.
This is like I feel like a lot of people don't know how good of a fight this should be.
Yeah. You ready to move on, Diaz?
Let's move on, brother.
Boom.
All right. Next fight is Volkan Ozdemir. He's taking on Alonzo Menifield. Man, I'll take this one first, I guess, bro, if you're cool with that.
Yep.
Oh, I'm gonna go Ozdemir second round knockout. Alonzo Menifield has done some very impressive things, right? Ozdemir, bro, like, dude, how long has Ozdemir been in the fucking UFC and like floating around like the mid to high end like parts of this division, right? Like, Menifield is obviously going to be most dangerous in the first 5 minutes of the fight. The big overhands, the blitzes, the power hooks, all this shit. Volkan Ozdemir has become more measured now, right? He's not like crazy reckless like he used to be in a way, even though he was always like technical. I just don't think that Alonzo Menifield has the fight IQ. I've seen him do some stupid ass fucking shit. I don't think he has the fight IQ to take on a guy like Ozdemir, who again has some of them. He's one of the more experienced guys in the entire fucking division. This is to me a classic athletic, powerful dude. First 5 minutes, dangerous, right? Versus a veteran who's seen everything. But like, he also has fucking power, right? Like, I don't think Ozdemir is going to feel look, Menifield's always live for a knockout. I'm not saying that. I just think that Volkan Ozdemir is the type exactly who's going to be able to weather the storm, download the information, and then land some big shots eventually on his own. I'm going to go second round knockout.
Yeah. And I just want to shout out Volkan Ozdemir, man. I don't know that a lot of newer fans, right? I know there was a huge surge during the pandemic of new fans that came in 2020, and Ozdemir has been a guy in the rankings since then. But honestly, a dude that's been in the UFC for 8-9 years at this point, look at the guys that he fought. Ovince St. Preux, Jimmy Manoff, got a title fight against DC. Anthony Smith in damn near his prime. Dominic Reyes, Ilir Latifi has a win over Rakic, fought Yuri Prohaska, fought Magomed Ankalaev, fought Nikita Krylov, fought Johnny Walker recently and knocked him out, fought Carlos Ulberg last time out. This dude has like a fucking crazy list of who he's fought, right?
Also, just want to say, one of the fucking like worst strikers to fight against in any of the UFC games. Absolute nightmare to fight against. I hate it.
He's an absolute nightmare for sure. And DS, this guy's been in the UFC for 8-9 years, and he's still in the fucking top 10. He's still in the top 10. He makes it competitive against good fighters, man. Alonzo Menifield, I'm happy that he moved away from Pat Barry. I think that is a fucking huge positive for Alonzo Menifield, because we've said it on this show, and I don't mean to sound like an asshole, but Alonzo Menifield, a dumb fighter, man. Makes a lot of fucking stupid mistakes, and maybe a lot of that is attributed to his coaching. Glad he got away from Pat Barry at this point. I still just don't think it's enough, man. Volkan Ozdemir, too goddamn technical for him. Alonzo Menifield, while he is big, explosive, if he gets those hands on you, you're going out, but he's too hittable. And I think
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
go ahead.
I just think a guy that's this crafty, this much of a veteran, is able to utilize his jab and his range so goddamn well. Like, if you're able to avoid Johnny Walker, who's that much longer than Alonzo Menafield, why can't you avoid Alonzo Menafield's big looping ass shot? So I'm going Uzdemir by knockout as well. I'll say early second. He's just a veteran. He's fought better competition. He has better shot selection. He's the better fighter here.
How much longer do you think he is?
In height? Or are you talking about? He got, hey, brother, at least a couple inches. You know what I'm saying?
Based off what info?
In height and reach. If we're talking
type
about
shit.
other things,
what about girth? What about girth and tonnage?
Probably Alonzo.
You should go to the chat real quick.
All right, so we'll go to the chat. Triple G says you're right. There have been some crazy decisions, but that's worldwide. It's not. There's not a UFC event without a sketchy officiating or a scorecard or whatever. Look, Triple G, I agree with you, dude. Like, of course,
we talked about that a lot yesterday too.
And I wish you were in the chat yesterday to talk about that. I agree. Like, don't get it twisted. It's not just like a, hey, this is a Muslim problem. This is a Qatar, UAE, Saudi Arabia problem. I get it. There's sketchy fucking cards when we go to Mexico and a Mexican fighter wins, and in Canada and the Canadian fighter wins, and whatever. But this whole notion that the commission in Abu Dhabi, which I know there is no Abu Dhabi commission, it is literally Nevada. It's UFC's own commission coming out there. But there is, at that point,
but there's also money involved, bro. Like,
but hear me out, DS. I got to make this point, right? Because the logic gets swayed here. The way that some people think of it is, how the fuck can it be biased? It's literally the UFC's people here. So it's not like a Muslim-backed, Arab-backed money thing. It's a UFC-backed thing. And it's like, if you don't think that the UFC is capable of cooking up their own shit, then you don't believe that that's a possibility at any time. Right. Yeah. So if you think in any way there's ever a conspiracy, there's ever fight fixing,
you need a level of cynicism.
Right. And if you believe that that shit happens anywhere, it's happening where there is no fucking commission. Right. Wouldn't that make the most sense? But anyways, lethal, hard fight. Alonzo can grind it out, maybe 3 rounds, or time does it in 2.
I just don't see that, man. I just really don't. Like, I've agreed with pretty much everything Lethal said so far. I just don't really see that, dude. Like,
yep. And then Triple G says Menafield without Pat Barry isn't a predator, and he hits the double.
Also, I just want to say Menafield hates getting hit.
Yeah, he doesn't fucking like it. By the way, that Alberg performance, literally the stupidest shit I've ever seen in my life. What the fuck was
weird.
That? What
he also, like, I don't know, he takes damage weird, bro. Like, he starts fucking dancing. I don't know.
And we're back to Lethal. Vulcan reminds me of Dominic Reyes when he fights.
Honestly, yeah.
Clean boxing. You know what I mean?
God, that's don't remind me of Dominic Reyes now, bro.
Pat Barry and the Guru need to team up. Pat Barry might need to team up with Bilal after the Epstein comments. That's all I'm saying.
Dude, literally, but also I've heard MMA Guru literally shit on Pat Barry so aggressively many times.
Shout out Thug Rose, by the way, the victim in all this.
Dude, she was kind of hot when she had long hair.
Love me some Rose Namajunas. You ready to move on to the co-main event, DS?
Nope, I'm scared.
Okay, well, we're moving on regardless. The co-main event.
Right. Co-main event is your boy, Bilal Muhammad, plus 220 underdog as of now, versus Ian Machado. Gary, is his name hyphenated? Did you forget a hyphen? Or
who knows? Don't worry about it.
Okay. Is this me or you?
I'll take this one first, DS.
Okay.
All right. Now I'm gonna get some fucking flack for this, and maybe I'm a fucking asshole. I just don't think that Bilal Muhammad is all that good, and I apologize if you are a Bilal Muhammad fan. I get it. He went on a massive win streak, but a lot of it, especially towards the end, there's got to be some asterisks there, man. There's got to be some asterisks there. The Gilbert Burns fight specifically, an injured Gilbert Burns who tore his shoulder in round 1. Bilal
we talked about this yesterday too, just for the record.
Bilal was not able to finish that guy, right? Then he goes in there in what should have been, according to a lot of people, an easy fight versus Jack Della Maddalena because of the wrestling. And he doesn't get that, right? Jack Della Maddalena pieces him up, wins a fucking badass close war of a fight. And then people are like, well, Jack Della Maddalena's got really good wrestling defense. Oh, does he? Does he? Because in his next fight, it didn't fucking seem that way. And I'm sorry in advance, Lethal. I'm sorry that your boy got exposed on Saturday night. But what's up, dude? I just think that since Kamaru Usman lost the belt, we've kind of been in fucking no man's land at 170. I don't think Leon was that good.
But 170 for sure.
I don't think Leon was ever that good, DS. I don't think that that Bilal was that good.
I think
JDM
Bilal was one of the worst champions of all time, and I know I'm gonna get heat for that, but
and JDM is a guy that he's still not fully developed. You know what I mean? Like he's gonna get better, and he was able to become champ. So what does that tell you about this division? I think Ian Machado Gary is the truth. I think he is one of the 2 or 3 guys that will be taking this division into the next generation. For the next 6-7 years, you will see Ian Gary and Michael Morales and Shavkat Rachmanov, and those are going to be the guys in this division for the next 4 or 5 years at least, until Michael Morales moves his big ass up to 185. Ian Gary's the truth. He will eventually fight for a title. I think there is a good chance that he eventually becomes a champion in the UFC. And
yeah,
I'm picking Ian Gary, man. I think by leaps and bounds, he is better than Bilal. He keeps it long and rangy. Pause, no Diddy, no Pat Barry, no Bilal, whatever you want to call it. Give me Ian
no
Machado
Epstein.
Gary. By decision, clean ass striking DS.
Look, this is my I'm doing it too, bro. I can't believe the odds are where they are though. Minus 270 is kind of fucking crazy, to be honest with you. I thought Bilal would be a favorite. I don't know, but I guess goes to show you that Vegas clearly knows some shit. Like, I don't know, dude. Like, I went through all Bilal's recent fights last night, right? I don't really want to do it again, but like just go through them, right? And it's like you said, an injured Gilbert Burns and like, you know, Sean Brady, and like that, like that's like his best win, I would say, right? Sean Brady,
Yeah, like a fucking jet lagged, unready, weirdly gassed out
yeah, that's
Sean
right, because he
Brady.
got there like a few days before on some dumbass shit,
And his cardio ran out in 6 minutes.
and like he's not like we've never seen that before. I don't know. Look, yeah, I just think I think Ian Gary's still underrated. I really do.
Yeah,
I think that his movement is really good, his range and his shot selection. He's a sniper. Like, I think he's one of the better guys at being able to download distance information and being able to land those shots. Like, he's not a stupid fighter. He like, I think we think like he's a stupid fighter because he hyphenates his name and like gets cucked and stuff. And like, yeah, that is cringe and stupid. But like, he's fucking good, man. And like his grappling and his wrestling is not bad at all. Bilal is also not like this crazy chain takedown guy, right? Like he like pretends to be Dagestani. You're not, right? Like he's like the ugly duckling kind of thing. You can also tell that because Islam, when they were asked, like when they would ask him about him, he's like, yeah, whatever. Like, you know, like he wasn't adamant about it. And as soon as Bilal lost, Islam's like, yeah, okay, I'm coming for that shit. Fuck you.
It's just like he's that friend in the group. You know what I mean? It's like nobody really fucks with him, but like he's all right.
Yeah, and also like, do you like is Bilal better than Shavkat? I don't think
so. No.
Yeah,
I think you're an idiot if you think that.
I don't know. I can't believe the odds are as crazy as they are. I just thought they would be a lot closer. I could have seen a world where Bilal's a fucking favorite. I don't know. But yeah, give me Ian Machado Gary. I will say, I want to know what I think this is almost certainly going to decision. So let me just see what the odds are on that. The odds on that are over 2.5 is minus 345. So I mean, really, I'm not really going on much of a limb there. So I still think there's value in that, but yeah, minus 270 is kind of crazy. Bilal is still pretty good. It's just that, like, I don't know, dude, he's so whack, bro. Fuck off. You know, I'm done with him. And all right, that's a Chicago guy too, but fuck him.
Yeah, shout out Chicago for what that's worth. Let's touch up on these comments before we get to the main event of the evening. Diaz Jamal Witherspoon says Pat Barry might be trained like it's Epstein files with the sex. I don't know what the fuck that means, brother, but
that's what Bilal said today. That's what Bilal said today. That's why.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard the Bilal.
Well, you know, Bilal, like, he would, like, that's the shit that his coach was saying. Like, he's got, like, you know, like Canelo, like, bro, fuck you, dude.
Lethal says Bald Rose sucks. Okay, you know.
Yeah.
Shout
well,
out
she's
Rose
definitely not as cute. You'd still hit though. Don't lie.
Triple G says Canelo hands versus McCucko. I like it. I fuck with that. And then Lethal says Big Mouth against Bilal. Here we go. Gary by points as usual, per usual, with a sleeping emoji. Fully done, mate. JDM got done. And that, yeah, unfortunately. Jamal Witherspoon says Bilal has hands like Canelo. Bilal via Epstein files without the sex. Lethal comes back and says Gary is a great fighter. He's number 2. His mouth is ranked number 1. Triple G says Gary does gas in fights. If Bilal puts a pace on him and doesn't try any Canelo bullshit, this could be interesting. But not over the course of 3, right? Like, there's no way Gary gasses out in 3. This is a 3-rounder, or am I fucking mistaken? This is a 3-rounder, correct? Someone in the chat.
Yeah, no, this is a 3-rounder.
That's what I'm saying. I don't see the cardio being an issue for either one of these guys in a 3-rounder. You know, Gary got tired in the 5th against Prates, but that's Carlos Prates pushing a completely. I mean, Bilal pushes a better pace than Carlos Prates over the course of 5 rounds. But again, this is 3, and I just don't see it. Ian Gary went 5 with Shavkat, for what that's worth. And then Lethal says, I do have one parlay with Bilal, and that's also with Dan Hooker. And that's a great fucking transition, DS, to the main event of the evening, Arman Tsarukyan, the returning Arman Tsarukyan, who hasn't fought in like 18 months, and he's taking on Dan Hooker, who hasn't fought in like 15 months. So 2 dudes coming in off of a super goddamn long layoff, right? And the odds to me here are fucking egregious. I will start by saying, I'll just take this one first, DS. I do think Arman Tsarukyan wins this fight. I think he wins it how people assume he's going to win this fight, which is via the wrestling. That's the new trend we're seeing. And if you guys don't know, MMA is a very copycat kind of thing where we start seeing trends happening. Remember, it was the calf kicks with Conor McGregor and all the shit starts coming up. Now it's the wrestling. We saw it with Hamza. We saw it with Islam. We saw it with Valentina. These big fights, if you can out-wrestle your guy, you're going to do that. I think Arman Tsarukyan is so goddamn close to a title fight. With Ilia Topuria being in the building, with Paddy Pimblett being in the building, he's gonna need to win this fight. Maybe he does go out there and do some crazy shit because he may think he has to impress somebody, but minus 625 is fucking bananas, my friend. Like, that is absolutely crazy because Dan Hooker is a dog. He's a big boy for the division. He is a dog through and through. He's willing to scrap. We've seen Dan Hooker hurt in so many fights and continue to fight. We were at the Dan Hooker Jalen Turner fight, UFC 290. What a fucking performance. Like, what a gritty, tough-ass performance. What a fight, by the way. Dan Hooker is a dog. I think he has more dog in him than Arman Tsarukyan. I just think Arman Tsarukyan's wrestling is going to be too much for him. So give me Arman Tsarukyan by decision. I think it's safe, but I don't want to touch minus 625. DS.
Pretty much the same thing, man. I think it's safe, too. I got him by like a 49-46 or 49-46 or like a 50-45. I've got like, you know, pretty dominant decision here. I could see like a late round TKO or, you know, like a 5th round TKO. I don't really see it, but I could understand it, you know. Yeah. Look, we know like what the biggest difference here, it is the wrestling, right? And also this motherfucker is so flexible, dude. But it's like Arman, he has the wrestling, but he also has pretty fucking good striking. He doesn't have the dog in him, and maybe he doesn't have the raw power that Hooker has, right? I want to see Hooker throw some knees up the middle, man. I want to see him, like, I think Hooker needs to keep it all like tight, right? Like I think he needs to keep it tight and down the middle. So I think if he wants to have a chance to win this fight, some good knees and entry with the knee up the middle. Obviously, like, man, that's the thing too, is like the threat of the level change is always like what causes the issues here, right? Mm-hmm. So I just, over 5 rounds, bro, I just don't fucking see a way. Like, how, like, you're gonna stop Arman Tsarukyan's wrestling over 5 rounds? Like, you're not gonna do that, dude. You're just not gonna do that. So, and it's not just the wrestling, it's the pace, the cardio, like his top control is pretty good. Like, Hooker has got more dog in him, like you said. He's got more raw power, and he's always live for a knockout. And he's a fucking, like, he's Gaethje levels of like entertaining. You know, it's just like
he's one of those guys,
no doubt, man. Like, oh, okay, exactly. Like, you want to show your, this may not be the Hooker fight to show your like casual friends, but like your friend who's like maybe not like a huge, like, oh, you want to support a fighter? Support a fucking Dan Hooker. Like, yeah, his best chances. Violence early, I just don't think it'll be enough. Arman's smart enough to do that. And I just want to touch on something I said last night is like, we all just kind of let it go. Like, oh, Ilya's like, I'm literally not fighting this fucking guy. And we're like, all right. Like, you know, like, so Arman should absolutely be next. So
hear me out, DS. A couple things about Dan Hooker. Again, we were at that 290 fight. What a banger of a fight. You go back to the Dan Hooker, Dustin Poirier fight of the pandemic at the Apex. Probably my favorite Apex fight. Definitely my favorite pandemic fight. Probably my favorite Apex fight of all time is Dan Hooker, Dustin Poirier. Just an absolute war for 5 rounds. Both guys were dead. It was fucking unbelievable to watch. Another fight, man. You just reminded me. You said knee up the middle. That's like the Ross Pearson fight, and that's going way back to 2017. Ross Pearson was dipping. He was dipping a lot in that fight, man, and it was pretty apparent from the beginning. Like, you can't be doing that shit. This guy's long and rangy. Then he catches a fucking brutal knee to the chin, knocks the dude's mouthpiece out. Dan Hooker is all sorts of, like, he's all fucking limbs. You know what I mean?
How can you not love Dan Hooker? He's got like Tai Tuivasa levels of charisma and like fandom, and is more exciting.
Yeah. He's a fun fucking fighter, man. Shout out that whole generation of 155. A lot of those guys came from 145. You know, Dan Hooker.
That Poirier Hooker fight was so fucking good, dude.
So fucking good, man, and just unbelievably entertaining. Well, let's go to some of the comments real quick. Triple G says Dan Hooker via spinal damage. Apparently, he saw an interview today where Hooker said that he went for a massage. The person giving him the massage said that the other main event guy, Arman Sarukian, said no to his back because it's all messed up. I don't know that I believe that. We've kind of heard murmurs that really it was a weight miss thing. So I don't know that his back's fucked up, but maybe.
Are you talking about last time or this time?
This time.
Damn.
So who knows? But he says if Arman wins, he should get the title shot, hoping that's why they haven't announced Ilya's next fight. Must be waiting for this fight to play out. Lethal says Hooker is going to fight like a Kiwi warrior. Arman needs to finish, obviously, by sub, but Hooker is a mental case. Trust me, I do trust you. And then Jamal Witherspoon says Arman is the underdog of the week. 16% return is huge. And we go back to Lethal. Hooker versus Barbosa showed me a real warrior. Facts. Arman is no Barbosa. And then DWD313 hops in the chant.
I love that because we literally say this kind of thing verbatim.
What thing?
Like verse like a Cardinal Marlboro Reds for like this is the shit that we like. This is how we talk.
100%. So Sakuraba versus a Cardinal Marlboro Reds. Who wins? So, oh man, Marlboro Reds have Sakuraba's a fucking legend in the game.
But Marlboro Reds pack a punch, dude.
Marlboro Reds have been there.
Oh, veteran. Oh, talk about a veteran of the sport, dude.
You know what I'm saying? If we're breaking down cigarettes, that's a first ballot Hall of Fame.
Okay, Marlboro Reds are basically Rory Nelson.
No, dude. They gotta be. They're like Hoist Gracie.
What?
They're like the OG of all OGs.
Oh, because they're choking you out?
Type shit. You know what I'm saying? They're just an old school. I don't know.
Yeah, I could see that.
And then Triple G says, yeah, Hooker said it on the Mac Life. I'll check it out after we get off this stream. Lethal says crazy versus skill. DS, do you mind? Lethal, if you're available, hop on the stream, dude.
Hop on, King.
If you're set up, I will send you a link to your Instagram if you want to hop on and talk.
What the fuck are you asking me if I mind, bro? Like, I'm be like, yeah, Lethal.
You're like, no, brother. Lethal, dude.
Fuck this guy, dude.
DWD says Sakuraba was a known smoker. Just ask Josh Barnett. Was it Keith Peterson that apparently smelled like cigarettes, according to Dom Cruz?
Hey, I just want to say, like, our chat's no ball, dude.
I'm saying, I like it, right?
The quality,
anytime we go live,
quality. I just want to like shout all you guys out. Like the quality of of ball knower that we've had today and yesterday. It's like you guys actually know ball, and I really appreciate that. So
it's badass. I appreciate it. But yeah, let's see if Lethal wants to hop on. Who knows? DS, what do you think about this card in general? Any thoughts? Any?
I mean,
gripes?
Look, I think you can kind of gather like some of my thoughts from like the if you're a kind of guy that can recognize patterns, right? Like I don't love that. Like I feel like a lot of these fights could end up being fucking boring. I think the matchups in name are good. I think the talent level matchups are good. It's just like I don't know. Like I'm concerned that we see a lot of what we saw in the co-main and main last week, and I hope that's not the case. I do think that like talent wise, it's a very good card.
Yeah, I mean, of course, bro. They give these guys in this part of the world like they give this to them, and it's fucking crazy that our fight nights are generally dog shit. Like we get a US fight night and it's 1 to 2 good fights. And then the second, like after that, it's just kind of regional, like local fucking guys. And it's a shit show. You go to Abu Dhabi and you start getting fucking massive names. You go to Qatar and it's unfucking believable. Lethal says he's not set up at the moment, but he'll catch us next time. Lethal.
All good, brother.
It's all good, brother. You guys should follow Lethal. Lethal, drop your YouTube and your Instagram in the chat, brother. These guys should follow you. He's a sick cunt, as they say in Australia, DS. I don't know if I'm
cunt.
saying it sounds mean coming from me. I don't mean it that way.
Well, don't say you can't say cunt like that.
Well, you say it.
Sick cunt. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like that type shit. Like,
It sounds fucking
what are you
rude.
talking to me? What are you talking to me?
And then Triple G says prelims nowadays are better than main cards. Those guys are bashing each other's skulls for 12K. It's fucking crazy.
We talked about this yesterday too, bro. It's like,
did you see the video of Ewing today going back to work?
No.
My boy just beat Malcolm Wellmaker.
And what does he do for work?
Construction.
Fuck.
He just hops in and they're all like, yeah, fuck yeah, like cheering him on and shit. Like, let's fucking go, dude.
That's kind of sick, though.
It was sick. It was like a cool fucking moment, but it's
but it's unfortunate that he has to do that.
It's fucked up, bro, but it is what it is. Malcolm Wellmaker fucking works as a construction guy, too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like,
I was going to say, Wellmaker sounds like I feel like his family had been in construction.
And then fucking, I remember
they were
a couple years.
Brother.
I remember a couple years back, DS. Shout out Impa Kasanganai, friend of the channel, follows us on Instagram, as should you, by the way. Impa was working as a bartender.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like these guys, Buckley was working at fucking Walgreens while he was in the UFC. That's crazy.
I will go fist fight somebody at Walgreens right now, dude.
But I'm just saying, imagine you go in there and you're like, I'm fist fighting someone at Walgreens. It's Joaquin Buckley.
I feel like when I go into Walgreens, like it's on. So I'm kind of ready to fist fight somebody.
Why? What are you doing over there?
I don't know.
Your Sudafed, like
I don't know, bro. I'm in that bitch. Like, actually, now that I mentioned it, one time on Halloween a few years ago, I almost did fist fight a Walgreens worker because he's being kind of a little bitch.
Yeah.
But yeah, look, prelims. You never know, man. That's the thing. Like, watch the prelims, right? Hashtag watch the prelims. I know why they say that. And like we talked about this yesterday, like on the come up, like Dana makes these guys be so exciting. And then, at the pinnacle of sport, sometimes it's unfortunately fucking boring. But
Drew comes in and says, stay away from CVS people. Though I agree. I'm still a Walgreens guy.
Oh, brother, I'm never ever in my life would I willingly go to CVS if I had the option.
I've gone to CVS like 3 times. It's fucking depressing in there. So they got
super depressing. It feels like, when Kmart was still around, it felt like Kmart versus Target.
Damn. Easy dub for Target. Lethal says, in Australia, we fight everywhere. I know.
I fucking love Australians, dude. I love the humor. And God, Australians are sick, dude. Shout out Australians, bro.
Hey, remember the Australian guy we created in the UFC game?
Oh, dude.
That guy was sick.
That was a whole sick concept. I feel like now we've got maybe enough traction where we could do that, but we should wait a little longer.
We should definitely wait a little bit. DWD says, any Sugar Sean O'Malley news, he should move to 45. He is staying at 35. I think we're going to get Sean O'Malley news for like February.
Yeah.
I think that makes sense if you want to line him up.
We talked about this the other day too, or in person, me and you. Well, or maybe I was just looking at the conversation you and Pro Schmo Bets were having. But Harry, obviously. But yeah, the UFC has to be super careful with what they do with Sean O'Malley next. That's the thing. Is like if they set him up and he fucking loses his next fight, God, like it's all over. Like it's fucking over.
You got to be really careful with the matchmaking. And
then,
again,
you have to think like when you have say what you will about him as a person, and like look, he's not a good yapper. Like Sean O'Malley's like overrated on the mic, like very overrated on the mic, which is fucking crazy. But like he still has that superstar quality, whatever the fuck you want to call it. So like the UFC and Dana, especially, Dana's a fucking good businessman. Say what you will about him. You don't let those guys go easily. You know what I mean? There's a reason guys like Bo Nickel are like baby, right? There's a reason. Like,
yeah, anytime you see that, it's they're trying to take care of the guy. And with Sean O'Malley, it's like a really fucking tight rope now, right? Beat Peter Yan. Yeah, so look, they got to be careful. They got to give him a very winnable fight, but the fight can't be just like a fucking can. It has to be a guy with some name value.
Exactly. And it cannot be obvious that it's like.
And the positioning right now, DS, it's like I feel like both Umar and Sean O'Malley are both just fucking chomping at the bit for a Davison Figueiredo fight. I think that fight is just good enough. Like, I mean, it's a huge name. It's a former champion, multiple-time champion. He did some shit at 35, so it's like a reasonable fight. But obviously, Figgy's not the same Figgy anymore. Shout out Figgy, by the way.
You love you some Figgy, dude.
Love that fucking guy.
Figueiredo, make the big.
And then Drew, real quick, says Klaus snaps. Yeah, Drew, you're gonna love Lethal, bro. If you ever have a conversation with this guy, you'll love him. Jamal Witherspoon says bet 100 on Armand. It's worth it. You'll win $16. Drew says I'm so dark and twisted, and I think he was trying to say that in an Australian accent. Lethal says love your guts, cunt. You see, it's mean when I say it. It's how men say we love you.
Don't say it like. Don't say it. You're saying like the hard R version of cunt.
I gotta figure it out. I'm gonna what's it called? I'm gonna like learn Duolingo and fucking do my Australian accent. We'll figure it out. I do like a decent Volk. I can't do anyone else Australian, so I feel like it's mean if I do that.
Well, Volk is Macedonian. Don't get me started on that. Smart.
Okay. Triple G says O'Malley is the biggest industry plant. He's that girl with the lopsided titties. What's her name? That he did an interview with.
Bobby Althoff.
Bobby Althoff. He's the Bobby Althoff of the UFC. Shout out her.
I would crack the fuck out of her. I'm not gonna lie though. Like if you're saying you wouldn't, like I've seen you crack that style of woman before.
He could be done with another loss, and that is the truth of the matter.
That's what we're saying.
And of course, Drew, we knew Drew was gonna hop in here with the Sugar Sean love because he loves himself some Sugar Sean. Sean O'Malley has had bad mic game for sure. It's his hair and his fight style that makes him a star. Yeah, I mean, look, there's
Drew's just the past tense version of draw.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
You used to draw, you know what I mean? You drawed, right? But yeah, Sean O'Malley is, look, there's no doubting that his fight style is goddamn entertaining. It's fun to see somebody knock people out with one-shot power. He's a sniper. He's an interesting dude. The kids fucking love him for the Ronald McDonald hair. And he
does have, like, you can't, like, bro, he's got some of the stiffest fucking, weirdly stiff. He's got, like, Alex Pereira levels of stiff punches at his weight class. It's crazy.
Right, pound for pound kind of thing.
Yeah.
Interesting matchup, says DWD. He says Figs don't lose. And I think he's saying Figgy won't lose or don't lose. Yeah. And then Jamal Witherspoon putting emphasis on the unt, saying the hard unt.
Exactly. Yeah, he's doing that.
I don't want to offend anyone. You know what I mean? That's not what I'm here to do.
I mean, yeah, but like I'm offended and I'm not even Australian, brother. Like
I love all cunts. They're all my favorite.
You can't throw a hard unt like that, dude.
All right, I gotta learn. I gotta work on my fucking accent. Is it a unt? It's
a
unt, better, right? Is that the problem? What's going on?
Nothing, you know, don't just give it up right now.
Give it up. Okay. All right. Lethal, we'll talk about it. We'll see what's going on. But
help him out, brother. Damn.
Help me out. Fuck. I feel like weirdly racist.
Yeah, you know it felt racially charged the way you said it.
That's fucked up, bro. I mean, all this on a Thursday night. You know what I mean? I just finished work and just trying to have fun. Just trying to have some fun. Max hops in the chat. Tito says his prime beats Alex. What do you think? Yeah, Tito Ortiz is out of his fucking mind.
Hold on. Wait. What is he saying?
Tito Ortiz said in his prime that he would beat Alex Pereira.
He said that?
Yeah, he's out of his fucking mind. And Tito Ortiz was BJ Penn before BJ Penn.
Tito Ortiz is the Jose Canseco of MMA.
I mean, like, it's unfortunate. And we talked about BJ Penn a lot last night, man. And it's sad to see the CTE and the brain damage coming to these fighters. But Tito Ortiz has always been fucking brain damaged, even while he was fighting. Yeah. You know what I mean? He was a hell of a fucking fighter. Don't get it twisted. He was up there. He was one of the goats of the sport.
Yes.
Like at that time, you know what I mean? Like as the
years have gone on,
many people have surpassed him. And he said it was due to the wrestling. Right, but a lot of people think that they're taking Alex down and they can't, right? We saw Ankalaev shoot half-hearted takedowns, albeit, but he wasn't able to take Alex down. I know Jan Blachowicz controlled him, but like this is a different 205, man. That's why, and I don't want to get into John Jones glazing, but that's why you got to fucking respect what he's done, because 205 back then was killers, but I think all these killers from now.
205 was the glamour weight class.
Right, with your Rashad Evans and your Rampage Jacksons and your Forrest Griffins and it was Lyoto Machida and Shogun. It was a crazy.
Don't let him bully your son.
Boom. And then even before that, those fucking guys, Chuck Liddell and Tito Ortiz, they get cleaned up by Yuri and Rakic and Jamal Hill and Ankalaev. Like these guys fucking do damage to those guys. Don't let them bully your son. And Lethal. Thank you, team. Love, guts, good luck, great picks. 2 a.m. start here for the fights. If you're live, let me know. We're probably not going to be live for the fights, Lethal. It's like a 9 a.m. thing here, but I will be having coffee. If you want to message us, you know where to fucking message us at. And I really wanted to end that with the word DS, but now I feel like I can't say it. The pass has been removed.
Well, I can't give you the pass, so.
Lethal, bro. Come on, give me the pass. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
All right, anything else, bro?
No, I mean we're good. I think we went on for fucking too long. It was a fun hour and a half that we talked about.
He's in cunt. Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Fucking fuck you. You could say it.
I said it right though,
This is
bro.
some bullshit, dude.
I
This
said it
feels.
right,
I
bro.
feel like I'm being picked on. Anyways,
You're
guys, look.
saying it weird.
Fuck
You're
that.
fucking saying it in a weird way, dude.
No, I don't like it. Jamal Witherspoon. When Dylan was getting jumped, I
Hey,
heard
shout out Jamal Witherspoon, dude.
Jamal Witherspoon, the MVP of the chat today.
Yeah, he's been cracking me up, dude.
It was really lethal, but
well, for sure.
But we don't know Jamal Witherspoon. We know lethal.
I know, but Jamal, and no disrespect, lethal. My MVP is Jamal Witherspoon because he's had my ass rolling a few times. But anyway, when Dylan was getting jumped, I heard Leon's coach say, "That's great."
Poor guy got fucking jumped by like 12 Dagestanis, bro. That's not fun.
No, that's some bullshit.
Hey, I ran into a group of them once. I was at Bellator, right? And I don't know how the fuck I ended up where I ended up, but I was like backstage at Bellator, like in the staircase.
You always end up backstage somehow. Look at our Instagram at the 107 MMA. This you can see sometimes me. So
I was sitting.
It's mostly this fucking guy with every fighter that you can imagine. He's got photos with him.
I was sitting down cage side, literally in between Felice Herrig and Ali Abdelaziz.
Oh, yeah. Felice Herrig was hammered too, huh?
Felice Herrig was hammered. Love that chick. She was such a fun time. She was like hugging up on me. And Ali was
You were hitting me up to go to that, and I forgot why I couldn't make it, and I regretted it mostly because of Felice Herrig.
Damn. Yeah, it was a fun time. I don't know how I ended up where I ended up, but then I was in the staircase like by myself, like this big-ass fucking staircase, and it's like multi-leveled, right? So I got down, I hit the platform, I turned left, and there was a group of like 14 Dagestani guys.
You got a little scared, huh?
I couldn't tell you who was who, but I had just seen 2 Dagestani fights.
Okay, and that feels racially charged too.
It's okay. I felt like I just seen 2 of these guys fight. I don't know who they are, and they just kind of like fucking stared at me for like 4 seconds, and I just like gave them the tight lip, like
you gave him the tight lip white guy smile.
Yeah, I gave him the tight lip white guy smile,
with a downturn nod, like
this is my exit, and I went and bought some fucking $8 Aquafina. So that's what happened at Bellator.
Period.
Boom.
Period.
Yeah. So that's it. Anyways, UFC Qatar, UFC Doha, whatever they're calling it, should be a banger. 9 a.m. Central U.S. time. That's 10 in the East. That's 8 in the West due to daylight savings time.
And 6, 7 somewhere else.
6, 7. I like that. So yeah, wake up in the morning, get your coffee. Early morning sanctioned violence. I'm gonna answer this guy. I feel like mean if I don't answer these people before we go.
We're not big enough to big time anybody. So right. Get it while hot.
If the fight happens, do you think John out wrestles Alex? Yes, I do. I would pick John Jones to win that fight via the wrestling. Yeah. And by the way, Lethal said better than, I can't say the word, our vaginas. We men love veggie.
I love that you actually can't say it now.
And it's to be treated with respect. What I don't fucking like, and I'll be straightforward with you, Lethal, I'm going to shoot straight. Vegemite is fucking disgusting.
Never had it.
That shit is nasty, dude. I don't know what the fuck you guys are doing with it, but I like yelling, she just smiled and gave me a Vegemite sandwich. That's my shit.
Yeah.
That's my shit. So anyways, guys, if you guys enjoyed, do us a favor, like and subscribe. Ring the little bell. We're trying to get to 2,000 by the end of the year. We did a ticket giveaway to UFC 319, so if you're interested in shit like that, we give back to the community. Like and subscribe. And then also follow us on Instagram at the 107MMA, the same way it's spelled on this very channel here. Pictures with us and fighters. And we are number 2, DS.
Oh, yeah.
The Creator Picks Challenge.
In the Creator Challenge, we're number 2 out of 20 creators on predicting the fights. And we're only number 2 by 1 fight. We get one fight. We get 1 fight correct over the first place guy. We're number 1.
We're number fucking 1, and we got like 3 cards to fix that.
We're ending number 1, brother.
We're gonna end at number 1, so we're winning that shit. Like and subscribe there. Maybe we do a giveaway if we win that, we give away a prize.
Let's do that.
Merry Christmas to somebody out there somewhere.
Maybe some UFC like cards or some shit. That's
one what Lethal does, by the way. Lethal gives away badass merch. Go follow Lethal. We have him on 1070, DS, so go check out his shit on Instagram. He's giving out crazy cards and the rainbow cards of Tai Tuivasa, like the whole prism. It's badass. Anyways, I love you guys. I appreciate
wait, Lethal, let me fucking talk to you, bro. Like, I love that shit.
Message him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I love you guys. I appreciate you guys so much for watching. Like and subscribe. Peace.